This isn't just a garage. It's a museum of memories. For decades, Arden Dorney kept this collection hidden from the world, but today he's opening the doors. From a 1958 Chevy Impala to Eddie Murphy's personal Ferrari TestaRossa, every car tells a story of a team who refused to stop dreaming. So let's go inside. While most people grow up and forget about their childhood dreams, Arden Dorney wasn't one of them. His dreams grew up with him like an old friend. Arden, a high schooler from Northwest Classen High, was sitting behind the wheel of his 1956 Ford when he saw the prettiest girl in school drive up in her shiny 1958 Chevy Impala. He also caught a glimpse of his buddies in their 1960 Chevy and 1955 Bel Air. It didn't bother him that his friends cruised around in the coolest cars. It actually encouraged him. Every day after school, he would drive past Graham's auto sales and stop to admire a 1962 Chevy Corvette that was parked on the lot. Once Arden was able to convince a salesman into letting him test drive a 1959 Jaguar, just to know what it was like to be in a car that was out of his reach. Arden grew up and became a police officer, then an investigator, chasing the lawbreakers, but never stopped chasing the cars he remembered from his teenage years. He knew a life of law enforcement wouldn't bring him closer to what he was most passionate about, so he decided to start investing his hard-earned money. Then somehow his luck changed. Call it luck or destiny, Arden found a way to start buying the cars he once fell in love with. He located a 1960s Chevy and a 1955 Bel Air, like his friends had in high school. He even got his hands on a 1962 Corvette, which tucked away in the back of his mind, wondered if it was the same one from Graham's auto back in the day. Arden Dorney's collection, also known as the Corners of My Mind, which he calls it, isn't just filled with 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. His collection even has Eddie Murphy's personal Ferrari TestaRossa, which he purchased after filming the Beverly Hills Cop movies. What's crazy is that while visiting other collectors who have that look but don't touch rule, Arden didn't. When he invited us to view his investments, Arden gave us the go-ahead to sit in them, to love on them, and soak it all up. He entrusted us with his most prized assets. As I gently gripped the door handle of a 1931 Ford Coupe, I couldn't help but feel a huge responsibility weighing on my shoulders. I began to think that I wasn't just touching metal, but I was a part of Arden's memory, something he cherishes the most. While walking through Arden's youth, I spotted something that was very unique and interesting to me. It wasn't horsepower driven, it was a piece of history. I found hanging on a wall, tucked away at the back of the museum, a letter from Clyde Barrow. Yes, from Bonnie and Clyde. What was written to Henry Ford. Looking around and admiring all the beautiful cars, Arden Dorney has proved that dreams don't have to have a shelf life. What began as a teen influenced by his peers, Arden turned his dream into a reality. I want to send a huge thanks to Mr. Dorney for opening his doors and his kindness to us. You know, most people wait their whole lives for the perfect opportunity to go after what they desire. Arden shows us that there is no such thing as the right time. You just need to get out there and go after it. When you walk through this garage, you don't just see cars. You see a portal to a world that Arden loves and was gracious enough to let us step through it. So, the next time you see your dream car go by, or a goal that you think is out of reach, just remember Arden Dorney and his Museum of Memories. If you could trade places with Arden and reclaim one car from your past, what would it be? It could be one that you worked on with your dad, or one you saw on the movie screen, or even one that was passing by. Please go ahead and drop the year, make, and model in the comments below. I would love to see what your dream garage looks like. Until then, I'll see you in the comments.